Want to improve your English and sound more fluent? Learning phrasal verbs is one of the best ways to do it. In today's lesson, we're covering 5 useful phrasal verbs using the word hand. And by the end of this video, you'll be using them naturally in conversations. Welcome back to your daily cup of English. I'm Jimmy, and today's video is part 19 of the phrasal verbs speaking course. And with only one video left in this series, we will be making a new course titled British Slang Speaking Course. That will start in a couple of days. So, like, subscribe, and ring that bell so you don't miss out on the start of the next course. But in today's video, we'll be diving into yet another 5 essential phrasal verbs with the word hand. That will help you express yourself more clearly and naturally. But first, I'll go over the meanings. Then you'll hear them in action, in a fun conversation. And of course, you'll get to practice speaking with me so you can remember them easily. So, are you ready? Let's get started. Here are the phrasal verbs and their meanings. Your first phrasal verb is hand in. To submit something, example, an assignment or your resignation. To hand out, to distribute something to people. Okay, and your next phrasal verb is hand over, to give something to someone, often formally or unwillingly. Hand down, to pass something from one generation to the next generation or another generation. Hand back, to return something to its owner. Now, for speaking practice. This is how the speaking practice works. Part 1 is listen only. You'll hear a full conversation using all 5 of the phrasal verbs that we've just spoken about. Now, pay close attention to how they're used naturally in context. And in part 2, it's your turn to speak. Now, your turn to speak. So this time, one side of the conversation will be muted, and you'll see the words on the screen. Read them out aloud as if we're really having a conversation with each other. This will help you get comfortable using these phrasal verbs in a real conversation. In part 3, we swap roles. I then say what you just said, and you say what I just said. So this way you get to practice both sides of the conversation, and this will give you a full interactive experience and make sure you really understand and remember these phrasal verbs. So, are you ready for the conversation now? Now, these are the phrasal verbs using the word hand. And it's 2 people chatting outside a cafe. Are you ready? Here we go. I forgot to hand in my report this morning. My boss is going to go mad.
Oh no. Can you still send it now, or is it too late?
I think I can still email it, but I hate being late with work. Anyway, how was your morning?
Pretty good. I helped at a charity event where we handed out food to people in need.
That's cool. I'd love to do something like that.
Yeah, it felt great. But at the end, the organisers had to hand over all the leftover supplies to another group.
Makes sense. Oh, speaking of giving things away, my grandmother just handed down her old jewellery to me. It's beautiful.
Wow, that must be just so special.
Yeah, but I still need to get it cleaned. By the way, here's your book. I almost forgot to hand it in. Or hand it back, I should say.
Thanks. I was wondering where it was. Anyway, let's grab a coffee and relax.
Sounds perfect. I forgot to hand in my report this morning. My boss is going to go mad. I think I can still email it, but I hate being late with work. Anyway, how was your morning? That's cool. I'd love to do something like that. Makes sense. Oh, speaking of giving things away, my grandmother just handed down her old jewellery to me. It's beautiful. Yeah, but I still need to get it cleaned. By the way, here's your book. I almost forgot to hand it in. Or hand it back, I should say. Sounds perfect. Oh no. Can you still send it in now? Or is it too late? Pretty good. Helped at a charity event where we handed out food to people in need. Yeah, it felt great. But at the end, the organisers had to hand over all of the leftover supplies to another group. Wow, that must be so special. Thanks. I was wondering where it was. Anyway, let's grab a coffee and relax. And that's it. You've just learned 5 common phrasal verbs with the word hand and practice them in a real conversation. Now it's your turn. Try using them in your daily English practice. And a challenge for you, drop a comment below using one of these phrasal verbs in a sentence. I'll be reading and replying to as many as I can. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you don't miss out on more fun and practical English lessons. And don't forget, the new course starts in a couple of days. So make sure you ring that bell so you don't miss out. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.